Hey, Kelsey, Norm MacDonald here. So, you have a podcast, huh? Fantastic. You know what I always say? You know what the world needs more of? Podcasts.
Live from the Screwball Whiskey Studios, The Kelsey Hudgins Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Screwball Whiskey Studios, indeed. SKREWBallWhiskey.com. Screwball Whiskey. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. All the other peanut butter whiskey brands, they say they're this, they say they're that. All it is a bunch of posers, ladies and gentlemen. They're a bunch of posers. The original peanut butter whiskey is, of course, Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. That being said, we got brother Dave Sarra with us. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kelsey, how you doing, buddy? Get it up again for Screwball Whiskey, right?
Yeah, that's right.
One more time.
Give it up one more time for Screwball Whiskey. I had too much music in that background there.
Okay.
And not enough of you, buddy.
Low too. So you let me know if I got to do something with the mic. But how you doing?
Doing good. We've
been wanting to do this for a while and it hasn't happened.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's happening today.
Here we are. So yeah, I was telling everybody today that we've been talking about doing this for months and months, and we're finally getting around to doing it. So hey, buddy.
Always good to see you. I was watching your show earlier. Awesome. Of course, my favorite, District Sleeps Alone at Light. Great.
Yeah, man.
Also serving.
What's cool is I've realized that I have to have this. I have to have somebody who's actually into what I'm doing. I have to have that, or else I lose interest in everything that I'm doing. So like having the Discord there live with me sometimes is, I know that you guys are at least going to give a fuck, you know?
Of course. We're your biggest supporters, big guy. We love you.
Oh, my God. We got some beautiful people in the chat. I see Amy. I see Valish. Oh, Nathan. I know who Nathan is. I'm just drawing a blank on the who it is. It's hard. But either way, guys, just go ahead and give it up for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves, guys. You're doing a fantastic job out there. You're doing such a good job, you know. And most of these people, I'm just like, you know. What the fuck are you doing here? But what can you do?
Yeah, so, like, have you been to any concerts lately? What's been going on with that? I mean, what was the last concert you went to?
The last concert I went to is, by the way, Dave's interviewing me in this one.
Yeah. I came prepared. I came with 2 games. We're gonna have a great fucking time with these games. Oh, also, I tried to see if I would be able to go through this whole podcast without cursing, and so I already messed up there. But like a PG-13, I will be allowed 1 curse word, so that'll be all I will say. But we got 2 games. I think you're gonna like them. And then one of them is kind of like a quiz for you. That's why we're gonna need the buzzer.
Okay.
But yeah, last concert you went to, go.
Avett Brothers. The Avett Brothers. It was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday set of shows they did at House of Blues a year or more ago. I mean, not counting myself or my friends that I go see, which I go see a lot, you know, but like actual big show that, like, yeah, House of Blues, Avett Brothers. What about you? What was the last show you went to?
Well, I'm just trying to remember. I think the last show I actually saw was the weekend I went to Coachella and saw Postal Service.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it must have been 3 years ago or so, something like that. 3, 4, somewhere around there. 3 years ago, maybe. And it's a great show. I mean, I had never seen them live because by the time like I really got into them, I had like they had already kind of broken up or moved on to whatever they were doing afterwards, right? So I guess Death Cab for Cutie and then whatever else or something. So that was awesome. Like, you know, I was totally into that.
Dude, I got that on vinyl, dude. Give Up, their only album.
Only album, man.
Do you ever listen to D&Tell at all?
Nope, never heard of him.
D&Tell was he's the guy who makes the beats behind.
Okay, the little dude on the keyboard.
Yeah,
I got you.
Amy talking about Death Cab, weird band to see live. Valley says Death Cab is my favorite album of all time is Transatlanticism, which I've told you that before, like, without a doubt.
I remember around here when that album came out, some DJs, or one DJ in particular, which I had never seen, I only heard about people doing this, like you hear it back in the day, but they played the whole album in entirety.
Oh wow!
When the album came out, and that was like Jack FM 93.1 or some shit, and so that was cool. I remember when that came out.
Dude, it was one of the first albums that I saw where I was like, yeah, I really want more of this thing. And plus it was like I'm from rural South Carolina, man, and like there's not a lot of people here that are into the same kind of thing that I'm into, you know, like, so it was like, I don't know.
I feel ya.
Or that was the first
harder
thing.
to find. Yeah, at least it's harder to find like-minded people. Maybe,
yes.
Also. Yeah.
I need you so much closer. That's right. Amy gets it. So yeah, man. All right. So we've been talking about this, like I said, like we have both said, for a while now, and so how do you think? And you say you're a comedian, but you say you're an open micer. But you're a comedian, man. Don't sell yourself short.
Thank you very much.
What up, Stosh?
I have been paid a couple times, but
yeah,
you know.
Exactly. I mean, you're fucking doing it, man. So,
Thank you.
what do you think the future holds for open mics, as far as like, you know, everybody using the same mic? It's probably not going to be a lot of the same. What do you think? What do you think the future of mics are going forward?
Honestly, I just think that we will be doing now what we should have been doing this whole time is actually having, like, if you go to some of the open mics in like Koreatown, they actually are pretty, I guess, progressive, as you can say, with sanitizing the mic every time somebody uses it. The host, every time he comes in and brings up another comedian, will usually also wipe the mic at the same time and like make a joke about it, blah blah blah. But so some places do that, and I think honestly it's just gonna be that if places are gonna have to have masks to stay open, then they'll do that, and then eventually they won't have to do that. That's what I think. Honestly, I honestly, like, even if another outbreak that they say might happen, I honestly think that the states really won't do this again, and I'm you know, I have really no knowledge of it. Only from what I've heard, so I couldn't really tell you, but that's the way it feels so far.
Yeah, I can imagine that they will have somebody on hand to like just clean the mic. But dude, I think that everybody's gonna be fucking weirded out by. I think everybody's gonna be weirded the fuck out by having to go up on a mic after somebody's already come off of it, and I don't know. We're all smokers of either pot or nicotine, and everybody's going to be coughing. It's going to freak everybody out. I don't know.
I mean, some states are going to be open longer than others, whatever. I mean, dude, next question, please.
All right. So if you died tomorrow and could be reincarnated as a box of cereal, what would it be?
Chips Ahoy, 1,000 chips delicious.
Okay, there's a funny question. What is the one commercial song from a commercial that has been stuck in your head the most in the past?
Okay. All right. I like where this is flowing. All right.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna think of some as we progress through the show. Chips Ahoy, 1,000 chips delicious comes to mind. Other cereal ones, obviously. Okay, so let me think of some other cereal ones.
This is just a bad reception, honey.
Spank my hairy ass.
What's that?
I'm gonna say, okay, hearts, rainbows, something. Okay, so that one's actually a hard one. I'm trying to think. You know, for me, actually, this is actually interesting.
Okay.
For me, it's mostly radio advertising.
Oh, dude.
Going back in the day, or now even, because I listen to so much radio that I hear like all the fucking different lawyers that have some, like there's my second curse word, damn it. So like
fuck it.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. Here's another law from oh shit. Okay, something burns. Injury and attorneys call 1-800-8-million.
How about
so
for
good.
a great low rate, just get online, go to the general and save some time.
Save some time. Or if you have an annuity but you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
That's so good.
If you have a structured settlement but you need cash
now.
I can imagine the fucking pitch to this, right? Okay. These are the words that we have to have in the song.
Yeah.
Annuity. Okay. Structured settlement. Cash now. Okay, great. Cash now. Yeah, and J.G. Wentworth, really, that's all we need in there. We have to make sure that we cover all the grounds. J.G. Wentworth, structured settlement, cash now, dude.
What a table read.
Yeah. All right, we need some baritones.
Yeah, what a fucking table read. So,
and then you know the fucking the person who put the thing together, right? Like the choreographer is different than the person who like made the song.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, no, or like the person who does the video, it's like, no. I need you to come in on 3. Call J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now.
All right, sorry, let's go.
No, that was beautiful. I did forget at the top of the podcast to say, shout out, not the burp. Burp's one thing, but shout out to Drama City Productions, Small Town Mentality. Ben, who has brought me in under the umbrella of podcasting network that he's doing.
What a great guy that Ben is, dude.
What a great guy. I miss him, dude.
Cat.
I don't get to hang out that much anymore because
I know. You've been sleeping early, yeah.
I've been going to sleep kind of early. I'll be up late tonight because I made myself sleep later. This whole being awake too long and then having a gig to do or something and just having all day to just rip GBs and sit there and just be all fucking stony baloney showing up to the gigs is all right, but I need to be spry when I get there.
I mean, you remember this whole last year. This is going to be a year coming up on June that I've been in the Discord channel.
Yeah.
And you've known for me this whole year how much of a degenerate I've been and what times of the day I was up. And then when I got a job, it just all switched in one day.
Yep.
When I got a job for Whammo.
I work for Whammo.
I work for Whammo.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Whammo. Body glove and affiliates. Well, you know what they say about frisbees.
Well, safer than a tube sock.
So
you can eat off of them. That's an April and Andy special.
Yep.
Honey, I'm sick of eating your frisbee.
Are you eating chili out of a frisbee?
It's a name drop too. They use the name frisbee.
Yeah.
They use the name frisbee.
They use the name. So, what is it like living in the place where everybody kind of wants to flock to? Like, LA is just like that. The city where dreams come true, right?
Well, now everybody's looking to flock away. I mean, people are mad at the governor and the mayor about what's going on in the city because they're saying that like they want to start working again. And I'm going back to work on June 1st, as far as I know.
Yeah.
It could be different, but it looks like June 1st I will be going back to work. I don't really know the conditions or how many days exactly, but it's gonna happen, and can't stop everything forever. So, but now, I mean, all these comedians. I mean, I shouldn't say all these comedians. Really, what it is Bert Kreischer, okay. Smert Bleichker has been like going around trying to get fucking big comedians to move out of LA and like, I don't know, go to fucking Austin or Willacoochee, Georgia, or Chubbuck, Idaho. I don't give a fuck. I don't know, dude. I'm staying in Los Angeles, born and raised. 323. Gatouche, baby. Hey.
323.
Hey. Gatouche.
I thought that you were going to say 818, but you know.
No. I mean, I'm not from the 818. I would never say that. Sorry. I'm from the 323. The SGV Valley. We're fucking cool up in here, dude. I even say the SGV Valley, which is retarded, right? It should be just the SG Valley, but I say SGV Valley because it's fucking
the SG Valley.
It's urban, dog. It's fucking urban. SGV Valley.
Stosh, Amy, you guys are too kind, too sweet. But yeah, I've heard about that. He is talking to a lot of them about leaving. Like I think Rogan has even said that he would go to Colorado or him and Joey Diaz talked about going to like some random boonfuck Egypt town. And
hey, dude, go. We have too many people here anyway. Go.
Yeah,
go
it's not going to change. And plus, man, with it, I know a lot of movies are being filmed in Georgia now. Like,
oh yeah, Atlanta for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. London too.
Gay.
Greenland. Everybody's going everywhere, dude, to do movies everywhere. It's just wherever it's cheapest. They'll give the incentives. You can come do it. They'll make sets for you. They'll give you all kinds of stuff. They just want the economy. They'll let you come do whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Dude, that's the thing. And not only that,
Hollywood's been dying for a while now.
Dude, and you're in Atlanta, you're like a 30-minute drive from any type of terrain you would need to film.
Like, sure, I believe that. Yeah, I mean, the fact that, I mean, it's obviously changing. Everybody can do anything anywhere these days, so the fact that Hollywood would really be the only reason for people to stay kind of has been, people have realized for at least 10, 15 years that Hollywood's been dying, so it's nothing really new, but somehow we keep getting more people every year. I don't know.
It's the city of dreams. The only reason that I wouldn't mind going out there would literally just be the Comedy Store. But, like...
Well, look, if you think about it, man, we don't have... There's, other states have to worry about being closed during the winter. Like, we never have that. All of our stores can be open 365 days a year. They can be open 24/7 if they wanted to. There's never, even it rains rarely. The weather is just unmatched, really. So it's just hard to get away from it. Like if you go, I've stayed in New Hampshire with my sister, and dude, it's fun to visit, but I would not want to do that, man. But you pay the price that you pay. So I'll look at my empire of dirt, but at least it's mine.
Hey, man, it's your empire of aluminum cans for you to do with what you desire. I mean, If
I want to spit in them, I'll spit in them.
That's right. You do what you want.
All right. Hey, so should we go to our first little game here that I have set up?
Yeah, man. I'm down with games. I got nothing but time.
All right. We'll do this first one here. Okay. This first one, the name is inspired by my chest hair game where I try to pull the hair out. So the name of that game is Over Under 8.
Okay.
Where I try to pull out chest hair, and we count how many if it's over 8 or under 8. This one I'm calling Over Under Carolina.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Over Carolina being North Carolina, under Carolina being South Carolina, okay?
Okay. All right.
I'm going to give you random odd laws of North and South Carolina. You have to tell me if it's over Carolina or under Carolina.
Okay.
If it's North Carolina or South Carolina.
Over, under.
These very weird and obscured fucking laws, okay?
Okay. How much time am I going to get on these?
No, you don't have to time this one. You get it,
Okay. All right.
Just try to shoot from the hip. We're not going to sit here all day with these fucking questions.
Okay.
But I'll go through a few of them, okay?
All right.
Some things here. Let me pull up the website.
BC, I see you out there.
Still some time for a second. Hold on.
All right.
All right. I'm ready to go here, actually.
All right. Well, I was just going to tell everyone that check out Screwball Whiskey, SKREWBallWhiskey.com. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. Screwball Whiskey.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Over Carolina, over or under Carolina? Is it North or South Carolina? It's illegal to practice as a professional psychic or fortune teller, but amateurs are okay. Is that North Carolina or South Carolina?
That sounds like an over. That sounds like North Carolina nonsense.
North Carolina, you're right.
Hey-o. Batting 1,000 so far. Oh, you know what? I did good on that. Let's give it up for us right there.
There we go. You got a good one here. Okay. All right, here we go.
All right.
Bingo games may not last more than 5 hours, and alcohol is not allowed at bingo games.
South Carolina.
North Carolina.
Shit! Batting 500 now. Damn it.
Organizations may not hold their meetings when members present are in costume. Organizations may not hold their meetings when members present are in costume.
Ooh, I want to say that's a North Carolina nonsense as well.
That's a North Carolina nonsense. All right. It's illegal to display a Confederate flag on the courthouse.
Oh, that's got to be North Carolina because it certainly wasn't South.
South Carolina.
Shit, really?
Apparently, that's what it says. It's illegal to display a Confederate flag on a courthouse. Are there some breaking laws there, maybe?
Oh.
All right. I got one or two more here.
Okay.
Over or under Carolina's here. By law, if a man promises to marry an unmarried woman, the marriage must take place.
That actually sounds like some South Carolina nonsense.
That's 100% South Carolina. Give yourself a ding for that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, remember the episode of Parks and Rec?
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Remember the TED Party episode of Parks and Rec when they when she's like you as a woman can't raise your voice to me, you now you're part of my property. And she says, well, that shit's from the 1800s. It's like, well, that's what they mean. They didn't mean throw Ted in the fucking lake. They meant throw tea in the lake.
Yeah.
So every year they throw Ted. Anyway, all right, one last one here.
Okay.
Dance halls may not operate on Sundays.
That's South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. All right. You did pretty good this round.
Okay, I only missed one, I think. Or no, I missed two.
Well, whatever. It's okay. I could try to go heavy North Carolina on this one because it's funner to just, jab at them a little more.
Did you know
you guys are fucking weird.
Yeah. Did you know that in North or South Carolina, it is legal to beat your wife on the steps of the courthouse with a stick no larger than the width of your thumb?
That's definitely on one of these over here that I was going to get to maybe, but let's talk about this for 1 second.
Okay.
Why can't you hold a meeting in costume?
I got no idea. I mean, unless they're trying to get into some like Masonic things.
Maybe.
Unless that's the thing behind it, which I don't know. I don't want to go down that road. But
no.
But I don't know. Maybe.
Like they show Halloween costumes here, right? And so maybe people can get confused as to what your intentions are when you have Halloween costumes on or some shit.
I guess. I don't know. That does sound like some nonsense church bullshit where they're like, you ain't going to dress up as no witch in this place and come in here having a meeting like you in some cult.
Or like they were trying to get all cute and they would like wear traditional 1700s garb with like powdered wigs and everything. And the meetings would just take forever and nothing would ever get done because everyone's just like, I'm fucking uncomfortable, dude. It's hot. I got to take this off. I was like, we got to keep the costumes on. He's like, dude, mandate no more costumes. That's it. No more costumes at these public events. And across the whole city, if you fucking wear a costume anywhere in the city and go to a meeting, done. In jail. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Overcooked chicken, straight to jail.
Undercooked fish, also jail. See, overcooked, undercooked.
Charge too much for sweaters, believe it or not, jail.
Sweaters. Charge too much for dentistry, straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Oh man, Parks and Rec, that's magic. I think that was the first thing that me and you talked about where it was like, there's nobody I know who's into it as much as I am, other than you, of course.
It must have been an obscure reference that one of us dropped and the other one caught on to. We're like, hey, I see you, dude.
Yeah,
I fucking see that, dude. Yeah, it's one of the greatest sitcom or whatever you want to call it, two-camera shows, or is that what they call it? A two-camera show? Or it's not a sitcom, is it? No.
Mockumentary. I think it's a mockumentary.
Wow, they actually have this. Okay, so actually, from what I understand, Trailer Park Boys, even before The Office UK, was really the first mockumentary series.
Yeah,
and then not that one stole it from the other, but they kind of stole it from like a movie sense and then made it into a television show. You know, like the mockumentary had always been around in the movie sense.
Yeah.
People had made mockumentaries, but then they were starting to do television shows, and like Trailer Park Boys, as far as I know, is like wins by like 2 months or some shit.
Yeah. And I love those. I love that style of doing shit like that. Like I like the Spinal Tap and the Mighty Wind.
This is Spinal Tap.
Those guys. And there was another one that they did, but dude, those guys are great.
The first time I watched Spinal Tap, I was 18 and I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. And then years later, you know, I was faded enough to get it, basically.
Man, that's what it takes. I think being fucked up is a big deal on a lot of stuff, and not necessarily just like, I think just being stoned. Like that's the way to go about it. And watching that, have you seen that? Have a nice trip, have a good trip thing on Netflix yet?
No.
It's just come out, and it's got a lot of really heavy hitters in it. A lot of great comics make cameos in that thing, and it's really cool. You should watch it. But they're just talking about like the experience that you get to take from. I'm
still here. Don't worry.
Okay. I was just making sure. Yes, the LSD doc. It is very, very good, Amy. It's like it's just a bunch of comedians giving their experiences on taking psychedelics and stuff like that.
No, I've never seen that, but I'll check that. That sounds pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I've seen it with the guy, like it's that older guy's face on the. I think I have seen the cover for that, but it's obviously recommended for me. But.
Dude, it just came out a couple days ago. Worth a watch, but yeah, like you watch anything in the proper headspace, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more, I think.
Yeah, like my friends used to like to take shrooms and watch stuff, but I always hated doing that. If I was gonna take shrooms, I always had to be outdoors, and I always kind of like to take it like mid-afternoon going into the nighttime. So it's like the first half is like during the day, and the second half is at night, and then by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, you're already kind of over it.
Yeah.
So. And like being outdoors is the best. Laying down, having a cigarette. I can't watch stuff when I'm on psychs.
I don't know. I like to do the watch thing. I don't know. Every now and again, I'll go walk through the woods, take some acid and walk through the woods. But it's different here than it is out there. Like a lot of people out there go into the woods leisurely at times. Here, if you're not, if you're strolling around in the woods in the middle of the night or something like that, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like
it's sketchy.
Yeah. But I don't know. I like to drop and watch like cartoons, like just shit that I've seen a bunch. I really dig watching, like, I don't know, cartoons. Tripping.
So I
took
shrooms once, and we went to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and we watched at the cemetery. I don't remember what the first movie was. It might have been American Werewolf in London. I didn't get there for the whole movie. I only saw the end.
Yeah.
But then the second half was they're going to show this movie called The Amazing Planet, which is a cartoon from the 70s. It's a French cartoon that's dubbed over in English, and it's about these like aliens that like raise little tiny baby humans, and then the humans escape. And it's just some trippy shit. So I would do that sometimes. And then also there was a show on Adult Swim called Off Air. And it was all this really trippy shit. And I always loved watching that shit when I was really fucked up.
Off air?
Off air, yeah. It had some really cool different things for video, like all kinds of different things. They had some cool stop motion. They had some cool, just, I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of cool different things. And it didn't really last very long, but there's quite a few episodes that are good for that type of fun.
Dude, Amy, I would 100% watch Thought Ragnarok. I think that would.
Thought Ragnarok.
I think that would be.
Hey, you mean Thought Ragnarok?
Hey,
oh! Hey, said drop the goo.
My people wandered through the desert for 40 years. For what?
Matzo ball soup.
To be charged extra for matzahs.
Matzo ball soup.
What?
That's hilarious.
You save $1 today, you go spend this at another store tomorrow, and then you don't come back to my store again.
Or that old Russell Peters, the 50-cent lot of money. First you save 50 cents here, then you go somewhere else, you save another 50 cents, then you have $1. Then you take your dollar, you go to the dollar store, you buy something else. Be a man. That's Russell Peters, dude. And,
God,
fucking genius.
Russell,
he was actually a big, like that special, especially was like that's fucking funny.
I've only seen it once. I need to watch that one again.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Russell Peters.
I mean, it's one
America's
of those, like,
favorite Canadian.
It's very like ethnic based. Like, you really get it if you come from like a first gen living in America kind of family.
Oh yeah. I don't know. He's got an interesting mind. He's got a funny brain, man. But yeah, thank you very much, Valish. Very good. Thank you very much. So I got a weird notification earlier. It said, so this year has been crazy so far. Now, beware of cicadas who have spent the last 17 years underground. You know what? I want to read exactly what it was.
Dude.
It said, this year has brought so many challenges. Now get ready for millions of cicadas to emerge after 17 years underground.
Well, like from a random bot or a number?
No, like, no, it was from like CNN.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
is that like some fucking? That sounds like locust almost, and like that sounds some biblical shit. If you ask me.
Yeah, I think
it's gonna be biblical.
I think it is gonna be. I think it is some biblical shit, but I don't know. It probably is worldwide. I don't know. But yeah, just the fact that if that does happen, is the Bible just happening over again? Is the plague, like we've already gotten a plague. Now all we need is the river to row with the rivers to flow with blood, and we're also about to get the cicadas apparently. Plague problems. Pharrell gets it.
And
Farrell.
And let's be real. How many really is a million cicadas? It doesn't really even sound like that much if you think about it. Think of a million, a million cicadas made it impossible to enjoy half of the lake this Sunday.
Yeah.
Big fucking deal.
Dude, I think it'd be something cool to see, though. Like, just to see a fucking sheet of those things flying towards you.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen when they have that show on Netflix, the second planet one.
Yeah.
When they talk about grass, and then when they also talk about grass, they also talk about like locusts in Africa, I think, and they fucking but they're talking about 6 billion locusts or something like that, and they just fucking rip through 200,000 acres in 40 minutes or some bullshit.
That's how they fucking do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That you could probably die in. You can drive through that shit, but you can't. You may die walking through it.
Yeah, they probably ain't fucking around. Let's see.
I mean, they're not gonna fuck with you, but like, there's so many of them that you're just gonna be bombarded with them, like constant. It's like death by a million paper cuts.
Okay, and which would suck. And it's not worldwide. I just Googled it. It's just the U.S. Just parts of the U.S.
Cicadas.
I'm trying to find a video of a cicada swarm.
It's like a million cicadas really fucked up a baseball field here in South Carolina.
Yeah, a million cicadas.
Oh, okay.
Put halt to a little league tournament that was going on at Lindsay Park in Bennettsville, South Carolina.
Roll out those oranges, Mom. Looks like you're gonna be sitting for a couple hours. Little League World Series delayed 2 hours because of a million cicadas.
Ghost gets it. Locust swarms suck. Okay, but all of these are telling me after 17 years, billions of cicadas are ready to emerge 4 years ago. Come on, get your story straight.
Yeah, it's like 7 years ago. No, in 7 years, we will have to worry about something happening 4 years ago. Huh? I'm not sure where you're directing me. But yeah. All right, hey, how about this? How about our second game? You ready?
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna need a timer for this one.
All right, I got it. I found a video, but it's not worth it. It's not worth a fuck anyway.
No. We can watch the video.
No, it's not. Podcast, it's not good. I mean, I was gonna be really cool and shift us into a video like check out all these cicadas, but none of them. They all suck. It's just a tree with a few on it. It's dumb.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was. Yeah. All right. Awesome. All right. Here we go. All right. So now.
All right, how much time am I setting this time for?
All right, since we're on the computer, let's give it 35 seconds. I was originally going to say 30 seconds. No, fuck that. Let's go 30 seconds.
Okay.
30 seconds. I have 10 of the top 10 favorite fried food items. I don't have any regulations on what I can and can't say. All is I can't say the actual word. I got to try to get you to guess the fried food, okay, in the top 10. No particular order. Okay, these 10 top.
Okay.
All right. Also, yeah. So 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see if I can get you to guess all of these right here.
All right. I think I can handle that.
Okay. Hopefully I don't fuck up. And I mean, I should have been thinking of these.
And you're good with 30. 30 is what we're going with.
I'm good with 30. Let's see how many we can get in 30.
All right.
We should be able to get 10 in 30 seconds, hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully. Okay. All right. You let me know when you start the clock.
I started it. Hang on. All right.
Yeah, restart.
All right. Tell me when.
No, you tell me when. Count down from 3. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, start.
All right, this is in the ocean. It has a little tail on it.
Shrimp.
And you deep fry. Okay, this one comes in a shell. It's like it's
oysters.
Sometimes on the wall. Yep. The next one is it's similar to oysters, but it's
clams.
Yep. Okay. You would think that it's a vegetable, but it's actually a fruit.
Tomatoes.
And a color that is very sour.
Fried green tomatoes.
There you go. You could stuff them. They're happy. We were just talking about. Damn. That's my ear.
Fucking A. Sorry.
Damn,
sorry, guys. Sorry,
seconds?
guys. Fuck, that was loud. Jesus.
my bad.
No, I didn't know what it. I didn't know what it was gonna do. That just scared me. How many did we get?
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. Well, actually, I don't know if you said mushrooms in time, but yeah. So let's just go through these right here, okay?
Okay.
I'll just fuck the timer. Let me just say, okay, if I can get you guys. All right. So, but I'm gonna try to say it fast. Okay.
Sorry, headphone users. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So, okay. It's like Kentucky's known for this. You breaded, and then it's also a rooster, but it's
turkey.
No, it's a rooster. You know,
fried chicken. Oh,
fried
Jesus,
chicken.
fried chicken. What? I'm an idiot. Fuck.
Okay, it's potatoes in strips.
Oh,
deep
French fries.
French fry. Okay, and then this is like dairy product, but put into a deep fried form.
Fried ice cream.
It's a specific type of. Well, I guess I could say it's a specific type of cheese.
Oh, fried. Like cheese curds, like cheese bites.
Yeah, like
cheese.
Except mozzarella sticks or cheese curds.
Mozzarella sticks. Okay.
And then this is a burrito that you fry all the way around.
An egg roll.
No, it's an actual Mexican style burrito. It might even be a brand. It's a fried.
Like a chalupa. Not a chalupa.
You're almost there. It's a Spanish, maybe close to a Spanish
churros
for
churros.
A monkey. No, churros are dessert. It's a burrito that you could fry. And let me try to think about this. There's small little burritos, like microwavable burritos. Small little microwavable burritos.
Yeah.
That you fucking. Okay. The Spanish word for monkey.
Do you know what that? It's like. Is it like?
It's kind of Spanish. It's kind of Spanish sounding.
I know what. I don't know, man. Like I want to know it's not chalupas.
We'll go to the next one. It'll come to you. All right. These are like. They also can call them shoes, but it's like a dog and like a quiet dog. Quiet dog.
Uggs, bugs.
No, like it just like they're fried.
Oh Jesus! What am I fucking thinking? I forgot the game.
Sorry.
Corn dog?
No. It's a fucking potato.
A hush puppy.
There you go, baby. What about the one we got? One more.
Oh, a quiet dog. Fucking A.
Quiet dog. It's okay. No.
Quiet dog.
You got to get the burrito. All right, we'll come back to the burrito another time.
Oh no, the burrito. The burrito has got to be like a top. Oh, Jesus.
When you hear it, you're gonna get pissed too. You're gonna remember it. It's okay. We'll get back to it. It's Eureka effect. If you don't think about it, it'll come back to
the aha moment.
So I was listening to Opie and Anthony on the way to Vaughn's.
Yeah.
And it was an episode with Louis C.K. and he talked about how he loves like staring at kids that like are behaving poorly sometimes, like, and like their parents are clearly just like, ugh, I can't deal with this shit anymore. What he'll do is he'll like stare at them and give them a dirty look. So when I went to Vaughn's, I was like looking out for a fucking kid that like, even the good kids, I was just staring down, like giving them a dirty look. And like, it's true. They get fucking frightened and they tense up when all you do is just stare at them, dude. And like, even with the masks on, everybody's got a mask. It's pretty like, you know what I've noticed with these masks too? At Walmart, if you were to go to Walmart before, you would notice this like dull roar across the whole.
Yeah.
Now you go walk in and it's silent, dude. You don't hear anybody talking.
Everybody's
very
muffled.
Quiet. Everybody's got a gag order, bro.
It's not churros, but it's close to that, isn't it? Like
it's two words. They both start with a C. I'll give you that.
Oh my God! Fucking A! I'm an idiot. Chimichangas.
That's right, baby.
I'm an idiot. Of course. Of course, it's chimichangas.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Chimichangas, dude.
Oh, chimichangas. Dude, I was on the way to McDonald's earlier because who cares? But I got there and the line was so long. I got in it and I committed, and I was like, I could just pull out of the line right now and just go home. But why am I going to do that? I've gotten here and I'm going to do it. But I drove past El Cerro Grande on the way, and I was like, fuck, dude, I could have just called them. I could have had something ready for me. I could walk in, and I could just grab it and go home and eat something better than McDonald's. But I didn't.
So El Sierra Grande is like your Spanish restaurant? Yep.
Yeah.
You want to go to El Sierra Grande? That's your Spanish restaurant.
You want to go to El Cerro? Well, here it's El Cerro Grande and La Hacienda. Laja's the one, but
La Hacienda. There's a La Hacienda in every single city of Los Angeles County.
Oh yeah,
there might be up to 5 La Hacienda, and they're all different. They're not all related in any way, shape, or form.
There's also Casa Villa. We have Casa Villa, La Hacienda, El Cerro Grande here, which are the big, like, really good ones. They're back home. The one that they have is the Fiesta Tapatia.
I mean,
Well,
over
Bobby.
here, man, you gotta understand. Like, I basically live 15 minutes east, or 10 minutes without traffic east of downtown LA. I live about 6 miles away from downtown LA east, so the opposite way of the Comedy Store. But I'm like, Montebello is like basically connects right into East LA, and like just every single corner. Not only is there a brick and mortar, but there's also street tacos and caterers everywhere.
They just passed the laws in South Carolina like a year ago to allow food trucks finally, and they only allow like X amount of permits for each county, which is dumb. But dude, food trucks.
Yeah, man. I mean, like food trucks now. So it started off as like a fad. Like a good fad, not like a fad, but like a big trending fad that lasted for a while, where it was like, specialty food trucks. Now food trucks are viable because, first of all, now in LA, honestly, you don't even need a permit to set up a fucking like a taco stand on the side of the street. You could just do it.
Really?
You don't need any permits. Yep.
You have to go through like. I mean, you have to.
In unincorporated Los Angeles County,
right?
In unincorporated Los Angeles County, which is like a very big portion of Los Angeles County, to be honest.
Unincorporated territory.
Don't say it. The Great Pawnee Eagleton merger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, South Carolina did decriminalize tattooing in 2003. I remember. Anyway, that was sidebar.
But I've been wanting to go down to Myrtle Beach and like play golf. I've been jonesing to play golf, man, and that would be great. But now the ticket price is so fucking expensive. I thought that these low prices were gonna last for a little bit longer, but damn, they jumped right on that shit. They're like, no.
Oh no! You're not going on vacation today. You're saving your money. Trump give you money, you save. But no, whenever, dude, getting you on golf courses, like really awesome golf courses, and like just to be honest, the shit golf courses here are greater than golf courses elsewhere. So getting you on out here, like getting you in a comfortable place to stay, that your trip will be the most expensive part of it. Just
the best. Like, I don't want to eat dick, but if I were to eat dick, I don't eat the best dick.
As you should, I mean, that's the way it should go. Only the best. What do you guys think of that? That's good. He just walks into a room and throws his dick out and is
Suck me, beautiful.
And one time at band camp.
But we're not too worried about that.
Dude, I love that movie growing up, dude. How hot was we were looking at pictures of Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Her name? Shannon Elizabeth.
13 Ghosts. We talked about this the other day. Can we talk about 13 Ghosts for a second?
She's like, I'm gonna watch it again because of the side boob. Yes. Okay.
Dude, hey, listen, Matthew Lillard, Tony Shalhoub, who's done a fantastic job as Marvelous Miss Maisel's father. Have you watched that show yet?
I've seen 3 or 4 episodes.
Dude,
I enjoyed it, but
it's worth it just for Tony Shalhoub and Kevin Pollak. If those two would do a show of just them, like a spinoff of Marvelous Miss Maisel, I would sign all the way up for that.
I am quite the Kevin Pollak fan. I really do enjoy his interviewing skills, to be honest with you, and I really, really enjoy his podcast. One of the more underrated podcasts, definitely, of, you know.
It's also Kevin Pollak's birthday, so there's that. Kevin Day. Kevin Day.
Happy birthday.
No,
happy birthday.
Come on, man. Did I make a Parks and Rec reference you don't get?
Oh, shit.
It's also Kevin Pollak's birthday. So there's that.
Right.
Kevin Day.
I know I've told you this before, the listeners who don't care. I actually share a birthday with Leslie Knope. Not Amy Poehler, but Leslie Knope, January 18th. Yes, her birthday is actually said, and my birthday is actually said twice on the show. But you know what? When I looked this up recently, you know, every once in a while you look up like celebrities that are on your birthday. Here's a fun little thing. Go look up the celebrities before and after your birthday, because then it'll really make your list look like shit every single time. If you go to my birthday, it's cool. But then if you go to the 17th, it's like all stars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But so that's a fun little game to do.
All stars.
We're all stars. Wait, no, wait. I'm such an idiot.
We're all stars now.
Dude, my beat was so off on that. We're all stars now.
We're all stars. This is like if somebody doesn't know the song and they're just trying to read the lyrics. How does this song go?
We're all stars now.
Oh man, that's right. Some dumb jerk says about golf. No one ever talks about Ripley's Aquarium. Hey man, Ripley's Aquarium's not a bad time.
Okay, wait. Ripley's Aquarium? Is that like some weird ass funky shit?
It's the same folks.
Some Sam Tripoli fish?
Yeah. Sam Triple Fish. It's like it's owned by the same folks that do on the Ripley's, believe it or not, but it's just a legit aquarium. Like
that's cool.
It does have one of these little things you can stand on, like a moving path that like moves you through a really cool 360 aquarium thing, which is pretty neat.
That's cool.
You can play with the stingrays. You can pet the stingrays and shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Ripley's store / bullshit museum in Hollywood, and it's like all weird ass shit. So I'm glad that the Ripley's crew over there is doing something good for the kids, you know?
Oh, and we still have a Ripley's, believe it or not, here. It's like right on the corner of one of the biggest intersections in Myrtle Beach, like on the boulevard, where we have the Bowery, which is the famous giant Confederate flag where the band Alabama was the house band back in the 70s. And it's just like a legendary bar. It's kind of like CBGB's. It's like our CBGB's.
Yeah.
But it's right across the street from that. There's Ripley's, believe it or not, and it's like the building looks cracked and shit, and there's a glass thing on the outside of a bunch of weird shit. But all that's going on too. But that's enough about Myrtle Beach. You should come and hang out.
No, what about? Did you guys ever have a Hard Rock there, or do you still have a Hard Rock there?
Yes.
You still have it there, right?
Yes.
And is it like a good one? Is it like it's Hard Rock Cafe, Myrtle Beach?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
We had one that was the pyramid. It was a fucking awesome. It was a pyramid.
Sick.
Hard Rock. But they tore it down and now it's in the middle of, all right, so it was at a place called Broadway at the Beach. which is more of a family-oriented joint now. It used to be like fucking Party Central, but now it's not what it was. But they're trying to make it more family-oriented and whatnot, so they're kind of toning it down a lot. Like even the comedy club is a PG club.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, those yeah, those PG shows sometimes. I've been asked to do a couple of those. It's hard to get through sometimes because like when you're so used to cursing, and that's why I'm trying not to do it so much too. Is because like you shouldn't need it as a crutch. It's funny when you don't use it as a crutch and you just do it. So I'm just as an exercise gonna try to curse less on stage and on podcasts, stuff like that. Only when it's absolutely necessary, But yeah, dude, it's tough. Those PG shows, dude. Fuck,
dude. And I don't know, man. I got up when I did. Because
it's not just being clean. It's also you can't do anything racy too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when I was doing mics or whatnot, I would get up and I would be like, I would have everything in my mind and all of my written jokes. Like my written jokes don't cuss. Like I don't have any curse words in my written jokes. So if I were to get up there and just say what I want to say, it's gonna come out with profanity because that's just how I talk. But I've noticed that when I get up there, I was like, a couple minutes in and I hadn't even said fuck or anything like that yet. But if we were having a conversation, that'd be pretty much like dropped unashamedly for the duration of everything. So it's funny to think about, how much you change whenever you realize that people are fucking listening to you, paying attention to you and shit.
Yeah, like the I remember also it actually did help me to write down like every single word that I was gonna say, because I have heard of people just doing like every single word. You say it out loud and you write it down, and then you just keep finding the timing, trying to make the timing perfect. Because I throughout the whole day I mumble to myself, like I'll just talk to myself under my breath, just like trying to hear how a bit would go in my head.
Yep.
And trying to figure out the timing and the cadence that I want to go with it. But yeah, it's so that in that regard, like when you keep going through it over and over in your head, it would make sense that you're not just gonna curse, because you're not just like meeting somebody off cusp, but like being like, hey, what the fuck's going on? Hey, words are just shooting through your head. This is more calculated, so it would make sense for that.
Yeah. And by the way, I see you keep grabbing your microphone. I've got you cranked over here, so you're 100% good. Cool. You're good to go. But yeah, it's I don't know. You get who was it? Was it you I was talking to about Jerry Seinfeld, who said pretend every word costs you $1,000?
Yeah, I think we've mentioned that too, and yeah. He's one of those guys that writes down every single word to the T.
Honest opinion. Oh no, we've already talked about it. Never mind.
Not on air. But not on air.
Not on air. That's right. Just so tell the viewers how I've watched Jerry Seinfeld's new special. I may have mentioned how I felt about it on my last episode, but tell them how you felt about it. And I actually liked I liked what you said about it.
For some reason, this special, because he kind of like mentions his age early in the special. He says, I'm 65, and so right when he said that, I'm like, damn, he's like 10 years younger than my parents. It's kind of weird to think about that, because every time I see him and talk to him, every time I see him on television, I'm like, imagine I'm seeing him from the 90s, and then I think, okay, shit, he's 65. So from that point on, I started to see the special through my parents' eyes. Like, as I watched it, not that the stuff, I thought it was funny. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's also too, like, Armenians and Jews, like, they have very similar family structures, and not that comes out in the special, but like you're gonna have similar perspectives on life and things like that. So it's like, and like mannerisms are very like similar to like your aunts and uncles and shit like that. So with that, I was like, oh well, my parents would love this. So that's why watching it, I just watched it like basically like vicariously through my parents' eyes, and I keep telling them to watch it, and they still. My mom's like, okay, all right, Dave, enough with this fucking Jerry Sein.
But you love it.
This Jerry Seinspring guy.
Oh, what about this Goldstein fella?
Yeah, it's like it's not Springsteen, but it's like Springfeld. Who's this Springfeld? No, Seinfeld. It's like, oh, I don't like his shows. I'm like, you'll like his stand-up. Trust me, it's exactly you guys. It's you.
My people wandered through the desert for 40 years. For what? To watch some putz complain every night at 8:30 about how his friends treat him? Who cares if his wallet is too big? Have you seen the money this man makes? I bet his mother's very proud.
Wait, hey, Mikey, why can't you make more money like Jerry does?
You see, Jerry, he's out here. He's married to a nice Jewish girl.
Yeah, and then the other specials, the D'Elia, Tom Segura, Burt specials, I liked all three of them almost equally. I like Tom. We were debating about this, like statistically, they ran these statistics. Like when you laugh at your own jokes on stage, more people tend to laugh with you because they're laughing at your laugh.
Yes.
And so like in this special, you see D'Elia laugh a lot at his jokes, and that makes me laugh. And then same thing with Bert, he's always laughing at his own jokes, so that makes me laugh. And then Tom, and then like in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I like Tom's the third best out of all those.
Yeah.
But really, it's just because like Tom's not laughing at himself as much, so I'm not laughing at Tom laughing. I'm just laughing at the actual jokes. So maybe if I go back and try to listen to the jokes, I might see that I didn't laugh as many times per minute. So you want to really analyze it.
See, I actually liked Segura's special more because of that. I really enjoy the whole I'm going to say this funny thing and then let you react to it. Like the Jeselnik take or stance and I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Bert. I enjoy Bert's comedy, but I feel the same way about Bert that I do about like Brian Callen, in the way that I feel like when he's around, whoever he's around is amplified. Like he is salt. He improves the flavor of those around him.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've always said for years that Brian Callen is the best setup man in the podcast game.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
He's the best beta cuck in the podcast game. He's been doing it for 80 years, 70 years, I don't know, whatever the number is. And so, yeah. But that's the same thing that Bert does have that what's the word? Like, like he brings the energy, and Callen brings the energy too.
Oh yeah.
Didn't he get a very physical comic also? I personally enjoy Callen's stand-up.
Dude, like Complicated Apes is great.
I thought it's hilarious.
Dude, it's great.
I thought his closer, which was like a 15-minute closer, was very, very well put together, and I was really surprised.
It took us.
Surprised. I'm just not. You're not used to seeing Callen do like a 15-minute bit, like one bit, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Rogan will do that. Rogan will start a bit from like the inception of a girl, miraculous inception. The bit lasts 15 minutes because he's comparing Jesus, or Mary to like the Immaculate Conception, with like this woman who was born without a vagina gets stabbed with a spear, and the spear had some sperm on it, and she gets pregnant that way.
Yeah.
So like,
Dude.
but I was, Brian really was awesome.
It's always silly goose time when he's around. It's always
August time.
Yeah.
August time.
Yeah, it's karate, but whatever you want to say.
August time. Yeah, August time.
But no, and 100%, Amy, you should watch Complicated Apes. We may should do a group watch of that one day. It's on Prime. That's probably why a lot of people didn't see it, because it didn't come out on Netflix. But dude, it was so good. But honestly, dude, Norman's special coming out on YouTube, loved it.
Yeah, great.
Loved it. Also, dude, Louis' special outside, and I mean, we're not even going to include Dave Chappelle. We all know Dave's the best. We all know that Dave he's the best. That's just understood.
He definitely has if you were to, before, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no.
If I were to rate my top 5 favorite specials of all time,
he's got 3 of them.
He's got 2 of them, but number 1 is definitely Killing Him Softly on my list.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, but and we'll say, Dave is top notch. That's why we're not even going to include him in this conversation, because he's above and beyond everybody else. Like, it's him and Norm Macdonald, and then 50 feet of nothing before you get to the next comedian. Louis' new special could be. Dude, it could have immediately catapulted into top 5 territory. And I've only seen it twice. But man, that it was, and I hate that I didn't get to see his leaked set, Amy, but the shit that was released was so fucking strong, dude. That whole bit about not to give away but that whole I don't want to give any of it away. I want everybody to go and give him $8.
Go watch it.
Go give him $8 and watch the thing. And then here comes fucking Stanhope dropping some fucking, and there was a couple of old bits that he had done in there, and just stories that he had been told in the past on like podcasts and shit.
Podcasts, yeah.
But man, dude, just so good to see him on stage again. And I hope that they I don't know. I hope that they keep him doing that and dropping another special soon, like at least more regularly.
I know I was just talking shit about like how Bert. I love how Bert and Bill Burr are doing this podcast, and they have Jim Norton on. And the first thing and the only thing like that Bert wants to talk about is Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, but
my favorite, and I know we've talked about this, my favorite thing is like hearing Louis do a bit in like 2017. Like, that's a really funny fucking bit. Like, he's talking about like the terrorists don't like to cut off people's heads that don't have hair because they look fucking stupid, like trying to hold it up with 2 hands.
Yeah.
They like to do this, like they're like.
Yeah.
And then like you always look you always look stupid when you get beheaded. You always look fucking dumb. Like, so 2017, and then I'm listening to Opie and Anthony from like 2007, and he's making this joke basically, but like it's just a very small inception of it. He still makes like the same noise, like the or whatever the fuck. And I loved it because that happens a lot with Louis' stuff. And Opie and Anthony's show was really like influential in that way, where it's even before podcasts where comedians could come in and just chill, and you see a lot of material, the inception of a lot of their material from that show go on to be bits. And if you love Louis C.K. and you go back and listen to the Opie and Anthony Louis C.K., like you'll hear it everywhere. It's sprinkled through. And I don't know if one came before the other or the other came from, but like something like a bit that he did in 2017, like, was from years and years ago. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Dude,
I love that.
And everybody always talked, and I honestly, I have to admit, I wasn't as privy, I wasn't as into Louis as everybody else was. Honestly,
I know.
Like, and everybody talks about Opie and Anthony a lot. I never listened to Opie and Anthony because hasn't that been like an exclusive like satellite radio thing?
It was a satellite radio thing, and I
didn't never had it
them until I only listened to them until like maybe I only started. I knew about them, but I never listened until maybe like 2015 when I just like maybe like 5 years ago I started listening. But all their stuff's on YouTube, like all their episodes, and it's great. Like for when I'm at work, I put on episodes and like in my headbuds or whatever, and it's great for like background noise, and it's fucking hilarious because it's not really so like it's like bit driven. It's not like and it's 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and like some days they are lazier than others, but they're fucking hilarious because they're not just like talking about the news and all kinds of bullshit. I'm gonna get some water. Give me 1 second. Just talk to yourself.
Cool deal. Nah, Amy, I agree with that on the current numero uno being William, and just talking to him sometimes, and he has to know how great he is, but we are just so very adamant about continuing to let him know that he is like William Montgomery. If there's anybody who's listening to this, which I doubt anybody who's listening to this doesn't know who William Montgomery is, but if you listen to this and you don't know who William Montgomery is, then you have to go and, I would just say, watch his Kill Tony sets in order. Like start from set 1 and just go. And he has never had a bad set. Like he has never had a bad set. And Amy makes a good point. His comedy isn't about anything current. Like there's no countdown clock on when the humor is going to run out of what he's saying. Most of what he says is like transcends space and time as to how funny it will always be. And from the beginning, it was very odd to like, and I've told William this, he, in my mind, reminds me, he does this thing that only William can do. Like William, and I put him in the same category as Norm Macdonald. And Norm is my favorite comedian. So William can say anything he wants. He can say the sentence that I just said, and it would be funny. Norm can do the same thing. He just has that power of being able to say whatever he wants, and it's funny. And yeah, you're 100% right about that. He's unique. There's like, William is William, and that's all he will ever be. And that is so fucking good. It's real.
Yeah, like you even say like Chappelle has that quality too.
Yes, Chappelle for sure.
And like William, I was even thinking, to be completely honest, I love William as a stand-up, and he's definitely like, but I honestly think that he would make an incredible actor.
Yeah.
If he could play himself on his show. And we were talking about this before, and like, if you could capture his voice, it would be an amazing show. Like, you have with music and blah, blah, blah. Because you could just imagine the circus that's going on in his head at all times.
Yeah.
But yeah, funny guy, dude. Fucking hilarious.
He's top notch. He's top notch right now. As far as active comics, I mean, I've got William and Tim Dillon. Normand I like a lot. I mean, but as far as new comics, yeah, William's the one.
I feel bad for that, like those like Mark Normans, Sam Morrills, Joe List to a certain point too. Like that whole rank that's right below like Tom and Bert status.
Yeah.
That's like waiting to graduate to the next level, and like because of all this bullshit, you're starting to weed out a couple, but the cream of the crop is starting to rise, and like they're gonna be in that fucking Tom Bert stratosphere.
Dude,
like
nobody is taking more advantage of this than Tim Dillon. Schultz as well, but nobody's taking the advantages Tim Dillon's doing. Dude, Tim
Dillon's in that category. Tim Dillon's like right between Tom and Bert and Mark and Sam. Mark Morrell, and Sam Morril and Mark Norman.
Oh yeah.
You know, Tim Dillon's like right below Bert and Tom, I think, as far as like mass ticket sales go.
Oh yeah, and I agree with you, Amy. I'm not the biggest.
I'm not talking about objective. I'm talking about the only objective way I'm saying that is like by their pockets. That's the only way I'm saying it. I'm just saying like who I think can sell out more tickets. I think Tom can sell out a little more than Bert, and then Bert could sell out like a good chunk more than Tim Dillon. But then Tim Dillon has Mark Norman and Sam Morril like pretty covered. But I think they're in that next like echelon.
Dude, Bert seems to me to appeal to the blue collar comedy fans. Like he's sort of the party guy that wants to have a good time. He seems like he'd be a fucking blast to hang out with.
Also, what I think about him too is he seems like he comes off as a family guy, and if he curses or he's a little disgusting, parents who are a little bit cooler will allow their children to also watch that. So it's like more of a family outing. So I could see like, you know, parents going with their like mid to older teens, you know, going to his shows and stuff.
Now, I believe
no.
Oh yeah, for sure. No way. But I believe just from stories that I've heard and how he talks about her, I believe that Bert's daughter, Isla, may be a fantastic comedian one day. Just the way that he talks about how funny she is and the things that she does and how her little quirkiness, I believe that she could go on to be something really good in the future.
Or a fantastic serial killer.
Or a fantastic serial killer. You're 100% right. You know what? Those guys from Small Town Mentality, they're not that bad. You guys check out the Small Town Mentality podcast from the Drama City Productions Network, dramacityproductions.com. But yeah, you're right.
Screwball Whiskey, SKREWBALLS.com whiskey.
Screwball Whiskey.
.com whiskey?
It's easy. Screwball Whiskey, SKREWBallwhiskey.com.
How did I put the whiskey after the .com? I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Screwball.com/whiskey. But not like Tim Dillon and Jessa Reed. Now, Jessa Reed's the girl that did the meth pee bit, right?
I have no idea.
Harlan Williams is also very good. Harlan Williams' Special from a Desert.
Right,
dude. He's the only one that could pull that off.
It's so fucking fun for me to know that Tom Green grew up a Harlan Williams fan and grew up in like the city right next to him, and that now they're like best friends.
Yeah.
And he's like 10 years younger than him. That like makes me feel really good for some reason. That sort of like makes me feel like a Callan, D'Elia, you know, like that kind of thing.
Dude, they're so good together. I don't know why they don't do something.
Dude, they're in the Illuminati for sure. Their parents are totally in the. Both of those families are definitely in the.
That's
in the
so
loop
fun.
and the triangle or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, probably so. And I meant to bring this up a while ago, but I totally spaced on it. Did Callan get a spinoff from the Jeff Garlin show?
Yeah, it was called Schooled.
But didn't it get canceled pretty quick?
It just got canceled. Yeah, it recently just because of the COVID and all that stuff. But I think he was happy it got canceled because it did enough episodes. Not that it doesn't get syndicated, but Goldberg's is syndicated. But Schooled probably put a couple mil in his pocket for like 12 episodes. So what can you say?
Right. I mean, that's pretty strong. And I think what will be good, and now that I think more about it, it will be great to see D'Elia and Callan together on something because I like D'Elia a lot. I like his comedy, but I think that, dude, I don't know what it was about the Degenerates set that he did, or I don't even know if it was Degenerates. I think it was Degenerates. It might have been something else. But
you
dude,
could tell that was a throwaway set. Right?
But after I saw that set, dude, Joey's Degenerate set was good. Christina P's set was great. Both of those sets were good.
He didn't want to do his special stuff that he's going to do on his Netflix special that's coming out. That just came out and stuff.
It just seemed like
from last year. Yeah.
It just seemed like that special kind of exposed something in him to me. Now when I watch his specials, I'm like, meh. They're fine. But
I have this love-hate relationship with him. I've never even met the guy.
Comedians of the World. That's right, Valish. That's the one I'm talking about. But yes, I think that what will be funny is just him and Callan just back and forth for the rest of time. For the rest of their time here, just... Yeah, I mean, they can do it.
I loved it.
Podcast would be great, but just him and them two going back and forth on like social media forever, and then like maybe one popping out at the other special recording, and like I love that when they both try to come out and like sabotage each other on stage, but it's just everybody wins in that situation because it's just pure fucking comedy, and I love it.
They should make a movie if they're smart with maybe I think a good movie that would be big would be like a Rogan, which he would never do, but let's just say Rogan.
Oh, dude, I think Rogan would do it. If they all did it, he would do it.
So not even like a story-based anything, just them all playing themselves. They all have their own podcasts. The movie is based around them being friends, but ridiculous, just the most ridiculous form of it, And I think that would be funny. Joe Rogan, you find out something about Joe Rogan that's fucking not true and it's funny. He fucks the deers before he cuts them up or something. Or Chris D'Elia takes off his wig afterwards after he's talking shit to Brian Callen being old. He goes and takes off a wig or something stupid shit like that.
Like a This Is the End type movie where they all play themselves, but it's exaggerated. Yeah, that'd be good. Dude,
Bobby
Sasso
Lee gets
too.
Fucked by a retard in the corner or something.
Valish wants to see Callan's version of Curb.
Yeah,
that'd be funny. Yeah. But no, I agree with Will Sasso. I agree with that comment as well. Will Sasso is funny as shit. I watched him just clap.
Oh my god!
I just watched him clap with people on Instagram for all last week.
He's the guy that everybody always expected would do stand-up comedy at some point and never did. And Brian, I know, always talks about trying to get him to do it, and he just has no interest. He actually, he's been in some pretty, he's a working actor,
Yeah.
He's in.
They said the same thing about Cumia.
He was in a few episodes of The Orville. You see him here and there in a lot of shows. So yeah, I love him. He's hilarious. I mean, he was the host of the show, and it was really his. So I should, as far as 10-minute podcasts go, so you should give him that credit. But yeah, he's like I said, he's a fucking working actor, dude. And he lives in Canada now. He has American citizenship, and yeah.
Yeah, man, that's shit. I was just about to say something, but what was it? I lost my train of thought. What was it about?
Chimichanga.
No, it was about Will. It wasn't about Will Sasso. It wasn't about 10-minute podcast.
Brian Callen, Bert, curb your enthusiasm, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
So we actually had we were trying to. Chimichanga was actually the secret word.
Chimichanga.
That Stosh asked me to try to. He said throw in the word chimichanga throughout the podcast at one point through the podcast. I said, I'll do something better. I'll get Kelsey to say it. And he goes, oh yeah.
Man. See, that's even funnier that's the one that I couldn't come up with. You couldn't write that.
Dude, and then so when we were rolling through the shrimp, oyster, clam, green tomatoes, mushrooms. We were rolling, and then the buzzer went off really quick, and I thought 30 seconds would be 15 seconds. Louis C.K. has that bit. He's 15 seconds is a long time. It was having a dick in your mouth for 15 seconds is a long time. It's this is 15 seconds. and he puts the microphone in his mouth. I'm like, dude, so I have chimichangas the second to last one. So I'm like, fuck, all right, well, we got to go at least do the end of this quiz now, at least. But yeah.
But no, that's so funny that's the one that I couldn't think of. Holy shit. But no, I remember what I was going to say now. Everybody said the same thing about Anthony Cumia. They said Anthony should have done comedy, but he never did. They said he would have been a great stand-up, but he just didn't care to do it.
Yeah, because, dude, they were getting paid, like $10 million a year or some shit.
Yeah.
For radio for 10 years.
That's a lot of dollars.
Good money, dude. For 3
money.
hours of work a day. And, like, I'm sure Anthony Cumia would get fucked up. And then, like, because Opie would, like, put him on blast. Like, oh, you're just showing up 4 minutes late to work or some bullshit like that. And it's like, what a prick.
So they really hated each other, huh?
Well, I think so. I don't know exactly when they started hating each other, but when Jim came in, they were like kind of cordial and you couldn't kind of tell. And it wasn't until like Jim working there for a few months, knowing that that they kind of hated each other and they had already worked for years and years. And like Opie's all passive aggressive, or like, Anthony is like not sensitive enough, or who knows what the fuck the deal is. But like Opie did do a lot of like the back scenes, like work stuff in the background.
Yeah.
That, like, like as far as like innovation goes, like, put his stuff on CDs and send them out to get syndicated, or find like different radio shows across the nation to be part of. And he was really good on that side. And because Anthony was so fucking funny too, the both of them were, but Anthony really was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
He fucking maybe he felt a little bit of resentment or something towards that, but yeah, they finally called it quits. I mean, there was an incident that separate from them hating each other that forced them off the air, but yeah, they didn't like each other.
Yeah, that and I've noticed, man, that it's just hard to do. And I always akin this to, like, I've been in a band we're in our 11th year right now with the same three guys. And dude, if we did a gig every day, 5 days a week, dude, we would, in the morning when you're all like grumpy, dude, if we did that, we would not have lasted 10 years. We would have, like, you could cut that in half. Liz! Hey, Liz.
Yeah.
Amy, you could be a bully if you want. Cam, Mark is a fantastic fucking comic. 100%. Mark Norman is great. But yeah, we wouldn't have lasted. I mean, don't get me wrong. We don't play a lot of music right now. But there were times when we're doing like 3 and 4 gigs a week in the middle of the summer, and we just don't even want to see each other. We're like, fuck. Fuck this place.
Talks about it with Tony and stuff. Like, people always wonder, why are you guys being so pissed at each other? You guys hate each other. Yeah. It's like, nah, dude, we're on the road with each other fucking 365 days a year. We have to see each other every single Monday, hours together, in the car, in the airport, blah, 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 everywhere together, eat together, travel together. It gets there, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. We're just talking about comedy, Liz. We're talking about people being together for a long time and just getting, just letting the brains get the best of them. But and that's why I think that sentiment of just the it's not hate, because it's most certainly a love, but it's a hate that only love can understand. It's like siblings, like that's the way. I think that's what makes me love Kill Tony so much, is because I see that relationship between Tony and Brian that I have with the guys in my band. And it's just that whole back and forth of like Brian pushing something a little too far and Tony being like, and the fact that they don't hide any of it, that they just say exactly what the fuck they think right then, I love even more. But I feel like that's one thing that I don't know. I feel like that's one thing that that has drawn me to that is just that one.
And isn't it the
relationship dynamic?
The thing I love about Kill Tony, especially, it's like the most comedy show. Like it's the most like I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's a modern version of a variety show almost.
Yes, it is. And not only that,
those old timey variety shows.
And maybe not so much now because it's gotten a lot more of a name than it did. But I would say in like the first, couple hundred episodes, there was some really strong advice that you could get. And it was almost like a masterclass on comedy with some of the greatest comedians alive. Like if you got like Dom Irrera's sage wisdom that you could you learn from or whatever from Kill Tony, you literally use it as a masterclass, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, like I agree to that too. I enjoyed that's kind of what turned me on to it at first. It was like, oh, you can get advice, and it's like actually good advice.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of turned into
a show.
And I think the public likes this more, which is just it's just easier, and it's easier to run a show and more interesting to run a show if you just ask a person about their life.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of just turned into an interview process, and instead of like advice on the jokes really here and there, because mostly everybody nowadays yeah, so you know what I mean by that, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's more of a show, it's more of a production quality. They realize that they have more people watching it than just comedians, because I think a lot of the folks who were watching it in the beginning were all like comics. So now that they know that they're branching outside of comedy, that it's more of a production, like, which is the same with the Mexican drum offs. Like people love that stuff. People do. Liz, I've done a few so far, but Liz was asking if I've done any comedy shows yet. I've done a few, but still mostly music. It's very good to see you. Liz here is part of the Jamie Deluxe crew. Who, Dave, aren't you a Deluxe guy? Have you gotten into the Deluxe yet? I know you're a big Tripoli guy.
I'm a big Tripoli guy. Deluxe, I think Jamie Deluxe has been on that show for sure a few times, so I'm sure I've heard his stuff. I'm not sure which is he like conspiracy theorist or
yes
exactly?
Well, I'm not. How would you describe? I don't want to say conspiracy theorist because that makes it sound bad. He is a Hollywood truther. He is a Hollywood.
He's the guy about Corey Feldman.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, cool.
You would dig that.
That's awesome.
You should go follow his channel at Stone Philosopher, and his live channel Jamie Deluxe, and his live channel Stone Philosopher.
I've seen his not his interview, but I've seen the interviews on Jim and Sam with Feldman and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Feldman. And pretty interesting stuff. And the movie, I don't know if the movie did they release the movie or they didn't?
That's probably more of a question for Liz. I know they did release a movie. And I think that in the movie, it was nothing more, but it was like a big stream deal, and it was nothing more than what everybody already knew. I guess.
So did they not?
Maybe they didn't reveal anything new, or the big name that they revealed was obviously. I don't want to give any spoilers to anybody, but it was. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah, that was the name that they revealed.
You just hear that name and you just laugh.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, really? I thought you.
Hey, you're like, what is this? Hey, is this Hot Shots Part 2?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. It was Cam nailed it. That was the name that they revealed. So, but yeah, I don't know, but that is sort of what put Jamie on the map as far as the internet goes, is because he got a lot of shout outs for figuring out who the connection was between Haim and Feldman. Dave Sarra, Dave Sarra is a comedian friend from Los Angeles, California. He also
I sell slip and slides.
Slip and slides and body love. But anyway, yeah, Dave, I've almost kept you for like an hour and 45 minutes now. And we only planned to do for like an hour, which what we talked about earlier. But dude, it was it was good. It was fun.
I wanted to keep going, man.
It was good.
I'll come on.
So in closing, what do you think is going to be the biggest benefit that you take into your life going forward that you did not have outside of all the nonsense that has gone on lately? What is one positive thing from all of this that you think you can take forward with you from what's happened?
Everybody has been saying that people have been meaner and more driving more aggressively and stuff like that. And honestly, I feel it's been the complete opposite. I feel like where the city that I live is, everybody's been pretty cordial with each other.
Yeah.
I feel like the air seems more meek, but it didn't seem unfriendly. It seems people seem friendlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could tell when somebody's smiling a little more sometimes, or if even through the mask, you could see if their eyes are squinting. If they're smiling. So I would just say, dude, just go out, be a nice person, and be happy. That's all I care about. Happiness is underrated. You heard it from Dave Sarra. Let's do the chest hair challenge. Before we go, I'll do one for the guys. We'll do over under 8. Okay?
All right. That's exactly what I was just about to do. So explain to everybody what's going on. First off, the reason that I wanted to do this podcast today is because Dave said he does this thing. I'll explain the game real quick. So Dave does this thing where he grabs a pinch of chest hair and just pulls a patch of chest hair out. And he does this thing where he's over under, where you get to guess how many chest hairs he pulled out. And he said, I should just do a TikTok video where I just do this. And I was like, or TikTok channel. I was like, you should fucking 1000% do that. 1000% you should do that.
My first post on TikTok, I'm officially a millennial. The chest hair challenge, hashtag chest hair challenge. And so I will do it right here, right now. Over under 8. That's the name of the game. Over under 8. So over 8. Under 8. Let me get a nice thick one right here. That was kind of weak. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, you got to get a better grip. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Here we go, Armenia.
Oh, this is a good one, dude.
Oh, this is a good one, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how it works.
All right. Official count.
I'm for the record, I'm going as I always go. I'm going even.
All right, right here. Look, official count right here. This is a good one. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. 1. Oh my God. 7.
7. You got the under. You hit the under, Liz. You didn't get the number right, but you got the under right. Valish said 7. Valish nailed it with 7. You nailed it. So anyway, whenever he told me that he was going to start doing that he should do a TikTok channel with that, I think that's great. I think that's hilarious. If you do that every day religiously for 30 days, It's going to be awesome. And yes, Liz, it is fucking gross, but it's hilarious. That's the best part of it. Is it's great. It's hilarious. I said I would do the same thing with my hair.
Are you the chest hair guy? You're the chest hair guy. Dude, I'm not gonna have anything left. I'm gonna have all these little patches everywhere and stuff. But yeah, follow me on my Twitter, Dave Exhale, DaveXhale. I am on TikTok, but you don't have to follow me in there. Follow me on YouTube, Dave Sarra on YouTube, please.
Absolutely.
And also, Kill Tony Discord, killdiscord.com.
Yep.
Back to you in the studio, Tony.
killdiscord.com to join the Kill Tony Discord if you'd like. Also, yes, at Dave Sarra. Look at him go, Drum Major Dave. Doing all that cool frilly shit for you in the background there. Yes, follow Dave on Instagram, Twitter, all over the place. YouTube for sure. Go follow Dave Sarra on YouTube. Check out the only Larry David story that matters.
The only one that matters, baby.
And it really is. It's so good.
This fucking show stinks.
This show
fucking stinks.
It stinks.
I'm done. I've had it. I quit.
What if you just go back? What if you just show up again like nothing ever happened?
It's a great idea.
Please do that. Follow Dave on all the social medias. Dave Sarra on YouTube. Is it at Exhale? Dave Exhale on Twitter, or is it at Dave Sarra on Twitter?
At Dave Exhale, DaveXhale. Do not follow me on Instagram. It was taken over
by the Russians.
Oh no, by the Russians.
The Russians. So I'm everywhere. I'm on Twitch also, TheXhale. You'll find it. Dave Sarra, thank you very much. I work for Whammo.
Dave Exhale. Follow him at Dave Exhale on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. If he's gone now, heyo. Love you, buddy. Always a pleasure to see you.
Love you very much.
Are you there? Okay.
I'm here, baby.
It went gone.
Well, my video gone. I was making a dramatic exit. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. That was good. Yeah, you did good.
I was trying to make a dramatic exit. Yeah.
Oh well. So much for that. Sorry. Anyway. Screwballwhiskey.com, SKREW ballwhiskey.com. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. Screwball Whiskey. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. All other peanut butter whiskeys are posers. They are not the original. The original peanut butter whiskey, Screwball Whiskey. Also, Drama City Productions. Go check out all of the podcasts on the Drama City Productions podcast network, of which the Kelsey Hudgins Show is a member now. Follow me on social media at Yonder Wizard, WIZZERD, on Instagram, at Kelsey Hudgins on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook if you want to do that. YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please click that thumbs up button. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Amy, Liz, Valish, Moldy Dog 420. Who else do we got? Cam out there living it up. Stosh Peterson of the Kelsey Hudgins. So some dumb jerk.
Chimichanga,
who I imagine might be our boy Randy Garner from the Small Town Mentality podcast. Go check those guys out.
Is that the name? Is that gonna be the name of the podcast? Dave Sarra, Chimichanga.
Dave Sarra, the Chimichanga Hour with Dave Sarra.
Dave Sarra.
Ghost, good to see you. Cy, good to see you. Good to see everybody out there. I love each and every one of you. Be good people. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. See you Monday. Indeed. Yeah, that's all I got. Screwball Whiskey. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. SKREW ballwhiskey.com.
Screwball Whiskey, baby.
Screwball Whiskey. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I love you. I mean it. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. Peace, bitches. Click subscribe. Click subscribe. Click subscribe. Peace, bitches.